so good. So I'm over by City Island today. Yeah. We drove over here to come and look what is going on. See, it's the ocean. So, but guys, the only difference is the seats are there, but the place is so hot that the seats is in the sun. So it's not even cool. It's in the sun. So all the shady spot is more over in the tree. Everything else is in the sun. So maybe I have to find a tree to sit down under. But they're over here by the pier. I want to sit on the chairs, but let me tell you something. The way the place is hot is like I rather not try it. I had to search. I had to go and search this morning. I had to go to first I went to Burlington and Burlington didn't have any, so I had to go to Marshalls to get a sunscreen because I decided that I was not coming out here without a sunscreen because it's hot. It's 90 something degrees outside. Let me show you what is going on. If I could bring it up a little. So I'm close to the ocean. Yeah, this is the closest I will get. I'm close to the ocean. See the plane? Let me see if you could see it. It's gonna pass, so you will see the plane. Guys, the breeze is cool, but sitting down on, see the plane? Yep, I wonder where it's going. You know, when I was a little girl, right, I used to wonder that, like, we would see the planes and we would wonder where they were going. You know, what was the destination? Or would we ever get to go on a plane? I always ask myself, like, would I ever get to go on a plane? Would I ever? And I did. I went on a plane when I was 20. Yep. Came to America at the age of 20 with my daughter. Well, with my daughter came before me. My daughter came a couple weeks old, and then I was right behind her. But yeah, we used to see one more right there. Let's see how much of them we could come before the day is done. I don't know if you see it. Maybe you can. Oh, it's right there. Yep. Maybe I have to sit on the grass, but the thing is, it rained last night, it rained the night before. So because of that, I do not want to sit on the grass. You see the bird out, the bird fly real close to me. I do not trust this thing, but I'm gonna show you the water. I do not want to hang my phone over there. You see the bird? That's a pigeon. See her just walking beside me as if we friends? Yep, that's a pigeon right there. Just walking. hmm See, the tide came up, so see? See the water? I don't know, every time I go near water, I feel scared. Like ocean and stuff like that, I get real scared. Like, I don't wanna, I don't know why. But this one, she refused to fly, so I'm just gonna leave her. I know, like when I see birds, see some up in the tree, when I see birds, like I get real excited. I do not know why. Like there may be this little girly thing in me. Look on the tree, you see the birds? Look. Can you see them? Look. to the road. See, the road is right there. So this is City Island. We're in City Island. So we come here sometimes, maybe just to relax or oh my God, guys, you hear the birds? I love those birds, but these birds are wild. Oh, over my head. Look up here. I don't know if you could see them. I don't know if you could hear them. See? See them? Oh, see them right there sitting together? See them? Yeah, but I love birds. Actually, I love animals. I'm not a big fan of like cats, but I realize cats love me, so I'm starting to love them too. I like dogs, but not for coming in my house to live because the way I grew up in Jamaica. No dogs is allowed inside your house, and I grow with that, and I try to teach my kids that. My daughter says she's gonna get a dog for her daughter. I don't know why, because in our household back in Jamaica, we know that dogs stay outside. It's different here. But now I am used to like the cats being inside, but anytime I see birds, guys, I go crazy. I just love birds. So how is everything? So this is, see, some guy up the block up there. Further up he's fishing. He caught one fish so far. I don't know if you guys see him up there. I don't know if you guys wanna go see it. See, people just relaxing. People's just relaxing. See, everybody's just relaxing. Cause it's like 90 something degrees outside, so it's hot. Into the house just now, and we just decided to come over here because it's so hot. And then in the house, I have to be burning the ACs. AC is not cheap, so we just decided to come outside. So look, guys, we got all them boats. And then every few minutes you see, and look, the pigeons is just walking around like they don't care. The tide is high. Like I said, see the next white one right here just walking around like he owned the place. Yep. Just walking real close to me like he owned the place. That bird over there on the he just pitched on the rail right there. Let me see. Yep, right there. So it's full of birds over here, guys. So I was thinking about doing a story time. Story time about growing up in Jamaica, going to school, some of the hardships that we face as I faced growing up as kids, the disadvantage, the advantage, wish I didn't have none, but all the trials and tribulations that I went through, um, to where I am now, to where I am now. Um, so I want to do story time. I want to do story time about when I had my daughter in Jamaica and her dad told her and bring her here. And after he bring her here, he texts me and tell me, "Oh, there's a ticket for you. So get your ticket and you come already make arrangement for you to come here." So that's how I reach America. To be honest with you, my baby father, my daughter father, he took her and then bought my ticket and everything. He took her. He told me he wanted her to go to the airport, right? So backstory real quick. But like I said, I'm gonna do some story time. Back then, so I had my daughter in 1997. So I remember after having my daughter, her dad, like she was like a week old. He was like, let's express her birth paper because she was born in Jamaica. He was like, let's do her birth paper express. Um, let's go get her passport. But I didn't know the reason why he was so keen on doing these things. And to get the birth paper express at the time was a lot of money. But he was like, let's go get her passport express. Let's go get her birth paper express, everything. So we did everything express. So when it came time now, he said to me that he will be going away because her dad is a musician. Um, he's a musician from Jamaica. So he said he's going away on a tour and he did not want to leave us down there. Me personally, I didn't care because I love Jamaica. I was okay, you know. It wasn't the best, but it was okay. And I remember when we went to the embassy, and when we went there, I went there as Beanie Man. I don't know if you guys know Beanie Man, the Jamaican dancer, the Jamaican DJ. So I went there as one of his backup dancers. Yes, I was fine back in the days. I'm just old now, but I was fine. Yes. So I went there as one of his backup dancers, and that's how I got my visa. My kid father was there. Like I said, he's a musician, but he plays in the band. He plays guitar in the band. So when we went there, he told the lady, nice lady, I never forget her, Indian lady, because she asked me, she was like, can you dance? I was like, yeah, I think I can do something. And boom, she stamped my passport. My passport had 1 year in it. Okay, cool, fine. You know, and my at that time, my baby father, he had more than 10 passport that was done because like I said, he traveled all over the world. So passport, it was like visas, he went all over China, everywhere. So they gave me 1 year. So he went to the ladies. Next, I was standing right there and he said to the lady, I have my daughter and she just born, meaning she just born, and I want her to go on the road with me. So she was like, okay, um, let me have her birth paper. But at the time, we didn't bring her birth paper. We only bring her passport. So he said to her, I did not bring her. I did not bring her birth paper. So she said to him, tomorrow morning, come back right here to me. Early the next morning, we went home. Early the next morning, he got up. He went there. When he came back, I was outside washing. I don't know if anybody online know that when you have young babies in the Caribbean, we don't usually we wash their clothes by hands. Any Caribbean parents will tell you that we wash their clothes by hands. So when I was washing the clothes, he came back from the embassy. He was like, "Do you know how much years she got?" So I was like, "No, maybe 5." He was like, "Nah, she got a 10-year visa." Like she got a 10-year visa. I got 1 year. How the hell she got 10 years? Anyway, his daughter was in Jamaica at the time. His daughter was in Jamaica at the time. His daughter from another relationship. She was around 4. He was taking her back to the States. So it was a summertime. So he was taking her back to the States, and he said to me, he wanted my daughter to go to the airport with him. Cool, I had no problem with it. He told me all of what, he said pack a bag for her. But my thing I couldn't understand, why is he taking her to the airport? She's just a couple weeks old. Um, I never see the reason. And I wasn't one of them who was going to jump and go to the airport. I wasn't like that. So his sister decided to go to the airport with him. So when the sister came back and everybody came back, there was no baby. So I was like, where is my daughter? And I'm asking by name, where is she? So his sister looked at me. She was like, what do you mean, where is she? You didn't know? I said, didn't know what? What are you talking about? She was like, oh, she went to America with her dad. Like, what? She went to America with her dad. She was like, yeah, he took her. They all left. She left with her sister and her dad. I thought you knew. I thought you already know. So I didn't know he was taking my daughter to America. He told me to pack her so she could go to the airport with him. But you know what, guys? I should have known because no matter how he was traveling, we never like kiss or anything like that. And he came in the room and he kissed me. He was like, see you soon. You know, his daughter, his first daughter, we were real close. So she hugged me up. You know, she said bye because she had to come back for school. But I was not thinking like, okay, he's gonna take my daughter. So when the when his sister came back and said to me, oh, she went to America with her dad. Her dad didn't tell you, guys. I didn't know if I wanted to cry. I didn't cry. I didn't cry. I didn't know what to do. I was just there because at the time I know I had a visa. So me having a visa, I knew something was up because before then we had spoke about it and he was like, why don't you tell your uncle you're gonna come to America and you're gonna stay with him for a little while. I was like, I do not want to bother these people. I'm not gonna ask nobody. He went behind my back and reached out to my uncle and asked my uncle, made all the arrangement, and I did not know. Sorry. Guys, I hope I'm not getting sick. So he made all the arrangements for me to come to America. When he reached America, he called me. He was like, "Oh, we have a ticket for you. It leave. It was in October. He was like, your ticket is October such and such and such. Um, I already make arrangement for somebody to take you to the airport. I already make arrangement for your uncle to come and pick you up, and all of that. Guys, I came to America. When I came to America, my daughter didn't even want to come near me because she didn't know me because it was so long. Like it was almost like maybe 3 weeks or something like that. She came before me. She didn't want to come to me. I came to America. Guys, I did not like it. When I came to America, I came to my uncle picked me up at the airport. Um, we went to his house in the Bronx. I did not like it. And I'm going to tell you guys a joke. You would never believe that my daughter's sister, mom, was the one that was taking care of my daughter. And when I came up, she came to the Bronx and she was like, do you like it here? I was like, no, I don't like it over here. And she was like, let's go. And I moved to Brooklyn. I was in Brooklyn for years. Years I was in Brooklyn. Brooklyn on Kings Highway. I live in Brooklyn, had fun in Brooklyn. Funny enough, dated one of Mariah Carey bodyguard. Ah, ah, ah. See what I'm talking about? Not because you see me now old with kids. Yep, dated with a Mariah Carey bodyguard. He was a detective. His name is Darrell Clark. Dated Darrell. Um, was working. In the beginning, everything was fine. It was cool until things kind of get sticky. But I mean, I I did what I had to, and I'm here now. I'm here now. Um, Living in Brooklyn, like I said, was good. I was dating Darrell Clark. He's Mariah Carey bodyguard. Supposed to be old now. Used to be everywhere with him. At that time, my daughter wouldn't even look at me. She was so much into her sister mom. Like it was me with her sister, her with her sister mom. So it's like we exchanged kids. And I had the bigger kid everywhere I go. Even if my daughter's sister mom is going to do laundry, she would have to take my daughter with her. My daughter wouldn't stay with me. So I never made it didn't bother me, to be honest with you. It didn't bother me because it was vice versa. Her daughter stick to me, which her daughter was a bit older, and I used to help to take care of her daughter when she was in Jamaica. But like I said, I live. I had some nice life with, especially with Daryl. I remember as a young girl, we went to some club in Manhattan, and I didn't have no ID, and they were like, "Oh, we can't let her in because she looked like a little girl." He started cursing them like, "What you mean she a little girl? You see what she look like?" He like, "Come on, babe. You see you my little girl. Let's go." But I had all these, I had fun. When I tell you I had fun, but then after a while, reality hits and things kind of get different. You know, things kind of change. Things change between um, my daughter's sister mom and I, because we weren't seeing eye to eye on certain things. And it had nothing to do with me, like something that I did. No. It had something to do with, the partner that she was with and the kids. And I wasn't feeling it. So, us as Jamaican, we tend to, and Gemini, I'm a Gemini. So, us as Jamaicans and Gemini, we don't know how to keep our mouth closed, especially if there's something going on that we don't like. We don't know how to keep our mouth closed. So, I voice my opinion, and by voicing my opinion, I guess she didn't like it. And because, an example, so their dad came from Jamaica, and he was playing somewhere in Queens at the Roy Wilkinson Park. I don't know if you guys know, anybody on here know that park. So we went there, but the kids went to church at the time. My daughter was around one or something like that. One plus going on. So her godmom took her with um, her sister mom kids, and we went to the concert. So while we were at the concert, um, say I'm gonna call her Jackie. Jackie got a call. So when Jackie got a call, she got a call from, say I'm gonna name the guy Robert. Yes. She got a call from Robert. And then she said to me, "Oh, we gotta go." And I'm like, "We gotta go? What's going on?" And she's like, "Oh, Robert went and took the kids them from their godmother and left them in the house by themselves." Huh? What? We are in Queens. How would he leave them by themselves in the house? You have like a 5 year old at the time, maybe a 3 year old, and call it a newborn, a toddler who was like one and something. So I'm like, how could he leave them in the house? Anyway, we went home, and the kids was in the house. He was there. So I lost it. I went off. I went off. Like, if you want to play games with her kids, fine, go ahead and play games with her. But do not come here and play no games with my child. And then I tend to call him some names in the book that wasn't too nice. And by me calling them names in the book that wasn't too nice, I thought everything was okay, because you mad. I'm not only mad because of my child, but I'm mad overall because of the kids, because anything could have happened. And by me speaking out about what he did, the next day I was told that I had to leave. So I was like, okay, no problem. So to me, then, a man who could have got your kids killed, something could have happened to them or whatever, you chose him over the kids. Because if you didn't choose him over the kids, then you would have never tell me to leave. And I'm gonna put in this right here. That man wanted me to leave there. You know why? Because he ended up molesting my sister's sister. See how life is funny? And that's the man that she and then our friendship just went sour from then. Because my thing is this: how can you put a man over your kids? How can you say well, what he did was not good, but nothing happened to them. What if something had happened to them? You understand what I'm saying? And something did happen to them because many years after I left, he started molesting my daughter's sister. And he molested her until she was like 13. And the woman was still dealing with him. And when the girl spoke out about the man molesting her, the mom didn't believe. See how messed up it is with some parents? The mom, remember, the sign was there with him. He was a narcissistic piece of, I'm not going to finish it. And I could see all the signs. Like, he was not a good person because a good person is not going to, because we went somewhere to have a little fun, you're going to go and get the kids and lock the kids in the house. You understand what I'm saying? And by me speaking about it, um, you chose this nigga over me. And I'm not saying you choose him over me like, okay, we were in a relationship or we were having an affair. No. You chose him over me in a sense that I look out for you, your kids. They are closer to me than they were close to him. My daughter is close to you than my daughter was even close to me. But at the time, what you did, you turn around and you pick a dude over us, you know. And I left. I went on my own. I was still dealing with Mariah Carey bodyguard, Darrell Clark. In case nobody believed, you could look up his name, Darrell Clark. Yes, I was dealing with him. He was at the time he was a cop. Yeah, he was a cop. Not a regular cop, the plainclothes cop. That's what he used to do. Yes. And I was dealing with him still. And I stayed in Brooklyn many years after that with my daughter. Until, like, I'm going to give you guys something. Until I started talking to my son's father. Um, yeah, my son's father. I mean, anybody out here who is American, maybe they know him. Major High, the comedian. That's my baby father. So, I started dealing with him. We have a son. That's my second son. And then I moved to the Bronx, move over here to the Bronx. And this is where I've been since. I've made a life here in the Bronx. And to be honest with you, I love here more than how I love Brooklyn. Because now when I go to Brooklyn to work, I can't wait to leave Brooklyn. I don't like Brooklyn no more. Um, I'm still in touch with, I'm still in touch with my daughter's sister. She have two kids now. The mom, she tried to speak to me, but to be honest with you guys, I'm gonna tell you this. Like I said, I'm Gemini. I'm real Gemini, made Gemini, and I cannot play hypocrite. So it's like if you did something that didn't sit right with me, to me personally, to go back to the friendship, I can't. I don't think it's real, so I cannot. That's just me. Like, if we had a relationship, a friendship, and it's done, or you did something to me that I think you had no right to, and then you want to come back to me as like a friend, like nothing happened, I cannot deal with that. I don't do that. Like, because it is always in the back of my mind, like, can you be trusted? So instead of me worrying about if somebody could be trusted, I don't deal with that. If we were friends and we not friends no more, please keep it that way. That's just me. I'm a Gemini. That's just me. Because with me, if I'm your friend, I'm your friend. If I'm your friend, or if I just care about you a little, I'll give you the clothes off my back. That's just me. But if you cross me, and sometimes you cross me, and you could stay over there and I'm over here and I will still stretch and give you something. But if you cross me a second time or a third time, that's it. Like, you're dead to me. That's just me. So because of that, I don't keep friends. I don't keep friends. A couple of years ago, you had this one lady. I met her while I was doing an exercising class, Jamaican, She's Aries. She said to me when I met her, she said to me, we were talking and she said, what sign are you? And I said Gemini. And she was like, oh my God, we sisters. And I'm like, what do you mean by that? She said, we sisters because you know that Gemini and Aries are best friends. And me like an asshole, being stupid and didn't have no friends. I was like, for real? She was like, yeah, Gemini and Aries, they cool. I started having her over by my house. I would cook for her. We would go out. I would pay for her to eat. Whatever, we would just do everything because okay, you Aries, I'm Gemini. You said Aries and Gemini supposed to be tight, whatever, whatever. Do you know behind my back this bitch went to my man trying to take him and went behind my back to call out my name and start talking all kind of stuff about me. And then I found out and I was like, you know, like I said to the person the person I said if you weren't entertaining her, she would have never did that. So I'm not even gonna be mad at her because you entertained that. That's why she did all of that. Made us break up and everything. Made us stop talking to each other for a while and everything. And then she came back. And let me tell you, that's why I tell you, having a friend and you let go of a friend and then you say you're gonna go back as friends, it don't work. I decide to give her one more chance and bring her close again. And let me tell you, this time she almost killed me. So just to show you, people is different. People is funny. It can't be trusted. So that's the reason why I don't keep friends. I am alone. Now my daughter give me a grandchild. My grandchild is my world. Like she's my little my daughter would say, imagine you a grown woman only have a friend who is a baby. Yes, that's my friend. You understand? Because she won't betray me. She won't do anything. People can't be trusted. It's so. And then you sometimes you question yourself and you ask yourself, is it me? Am I the problem? Is it me who is given the trouble? Is it me who is the problem that why we can't be friends or why I can't keep friends? But no, it's not me. It's just people. Some people's trifling. When they're trifling, it's best you leave them alone because some trifling people, it's best you just leave them alone. So that's why I like the birds. I like my African movie. I like reading. I love to work. Always working. Now work is a bit slow. That's why I'm even out here. But I love to work. Um, when I'm not working, I am home. Always have my granddaughter with me. And just doing regular stuff. And it's just me and my two sons and my granddaughter who is by my house. So we're always together. Not together as in, okay, we get together, because my boys, they like to stay by themselves. But together, like, I don't have nobody in and out my house coming as friends. I don't have no. Look, guys, let me show you these guys on the water. See if you guys can see them skiing. I don't know if you can see them. Let me hold it still. Because, guys, it's hot out here. I think they're going underneath the bridge. Yeah. Guys, look at the birds. Look right here. Guys, everywhere over here you have birds. And the only thing with the pigeons is just they just act like you and them is friends. They just walk around like, okay, you're here, I'm here. Let's just walk around. You see those birds? I don't know the name of those birds, but these birds they're wild. they're looking worm or the grass seeds. This one have been busy all day since I come just picking. Yes, guys. So I'm gonna start doing like story time and tell about my life because guys, growing up, I've been through some stuff. I've been there. You know, when you hear about kids who have been molested or kids who have been given away by their parents or kids who I've been there. I've gone through the good, the bad, and the ugly. So um, I think sometimes it's good that we do therapy with ourselves by speaking about stuff. And I decide I'm gonna speak about stuff, you know, because as old as I am, sometimes a lot of stuff still bothers me. So I think I'm just gonna tell stories about my life. Oh, tell stories. I have a sister, guys. You guys would love her, but I don't know. I have stories about her beating the hell out of me. I have a scar on my head where she used my hair and hold it and knock me in the glass. Like I have so much stories, good, bad, ugly. I have stories when I don't know how my mom did it when I was around her, how she would use what she have to make it go a long way. Like just stories. I have I have the wicked stepmom. Yep. No, we have to talk about the wicked stepmother. There's always a wicked stepmother in the scene. And now that stepmother now would come and tell you, oh, I love you. Don't love me. I beg of you, don't love me because your love your love will kill me. So don't love me. I'm good without your love. So I have a few things to talk about, guys. To be honest. So what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna sit down and let you guys see what is going on and watch what is going on. Like for me, I don't want to sit down because let me show you the road. I don't want to sit down because, um, like I said, it rained a couple of days, couple of nights. I think it rained last night because when I woke up, the place was kind of wet. Certain things was wet, so I don't want to sit on the ground. Not not all of us immune system is strong, and I cannot afford to get sick. I'm getting too old for sick. Guys, can I get a thumbs up? I'm getting too old for being sick. And usually when I get sick, it's no joke. You know, I'm a sickly person. Not because you see me right here. Sometimes I just try to make the best of it. See over there you have the sea. That's one of the seafood spots. I haven't gone to none of them since the summertime start, but I'll be going to one soon. See them birds? The pigeon and the birds, they work together, which is nice. See them right there? And that and I'm in City Island. Like whoever know the Bronx is supposed to know City Island, famous City Island. So I'm over here and just here chilling, just chilling. Maybe I'm gonna go into Dunkin' Donut and get something to drink. Jano, hello, Jano. How are you? Yeah. So I'm just here. Jano, where are you watching from? Guys, I had to put on sunscreen. You see my face? This is my face. This is my arm. This is my real color of hair. See? But the sun burned me. Oh my God, I got a tan. That's not a tan. I got burnt. So this morning I was like, if I'm coming outside, I have to put on sunscreen. And I had no sunscreen in the house, and you should see me in Marshalls digging up everywhere. Because I was not coming out here with no sunscreen. This is my real this. And by working last week outside, This is what I am right now. I'm crispy. You know, I'm trying to get rid of it. I'm crispy. See? And then I don't know if it's the heat, because then I see bump come right here, pimple come right here, pimple come right here. I don't usually get pimples, so it's kind of strange. I think it may be the type of work I was doing outside, because I was digging. Yeah, we were doing dirty work outside, so maybe that's what, affect my skin. But I was like, I'm not coming outside without no sunscreen. You crazy? Hell no. No sunscreen, no outside. I had to use this blue soap. It's a Jamaican soap to wash clothes. I had to use it this morning and wash my face because I couldn't recognize my face how crispy it was. So that's what I did. So yeah. So I'm just over here watching the birds, and then when I leave here, I'm gonna go pick up my granddaughter from school. And after picking up my granddaughter, I'm gonna go home and cook. Think I'm gonna cook some stewed chicken, white rice for my son, Ethan. He'll be home later, but that's what I'm gonna cook. Hopefully my granddaughter will eat that. If not, she could have her famous noodle. Yeah. And I have a new grill on the balcony. So I'm gonna start like doing grilling and showing you guys and stuff like that. Yeah, just stuff. The breeze is blowing, guys, but even though the breeze is blowing, you feel the heat in it. Look at the pigeons hiding. Guys, they're hiding underneath the chair because the place is so hot. Somebody was saying that they don't understand because usually when we have 80 degrees or 90 degrees, it never usually feel this hot. But now, guys, look how the birds are coming close. Guys, and I'm right here. Look, look right there, guys. Look, and I'm right here. I tell you, these things like me. Ooh, look at the pigeon right here. Look at them, guys. Look at them. Guys, these pigeons is different from the city pigeons. So, you see how you have that pigeon walking around like it's a human being just walking around, walking around. This pigeon just be okay. If it's the city, as soon as they see you, they're gone because guess what? People try to kill them, so they would disappear. Yep, they would disappear. So people they kill them out, the pigeons in New York. But over here in City Island, I guess they just walk around. They feel comfortable, so they just walk around. So you guys, that's one of the bus. See our bus, the color. So this is the main road for that's the main road for City Island, and like the whole of last month, it was just kids coming here for like after prom, or because usually when kids graduate or stuff like that, this is where they come. They come over here. They come to City Island. So this is the main road, and it's just one long road go up like maybe 4 miles, and then it's a dead end. Then you have to turn around and go back out to go wherever you want to go. So, but even though it's a little place over here, guys, it's very busy because a lot of people over here, they don't buy their own food. So sometimes you have people who buy it and deliver it. So you always have people who's doing delivery and stuff. Guys, you want to see the house? Yeah, the house, beautiful. Let me make you guys see the house. See? Beautiful. That's a church in here. I think it's a there is the next one that look at this house that have the view, because it's close to the beach. So you see how they build it? See? And it's blue and white. See? So they make sure build it where they could go up on top to see the view. And then those are just like business space. Those are just business space right there. So you guys, you see the pigeons, how they're walking around like they own this place? They fear no one. If it was in Manhattan, you would have never see a pigeon on the ground because they kill them out. In Manhattan, you used to have so much pigeons and they kill them. They poison them because they used to shit everywhere on everybody car, everybody thing, and they just kill them out completely. Look at this bird coming towards me, guys. There's this guy up there. He's catching fish, right? So he caught one. So I'm gonna walk up there and show you guys the fish that he caught. Hopefully he won't mind me showing you guys. Give me a second. Let me tie my lace, and then we will go and we will see. We'll go and we'll see what's in his pan and show it to you. Dean wanted to fish, but he's saying he have to buy bait. And I don't know. Guys, the only difference is these birds. They are wild. Yep, they are just wild. Yep. You guys, everybody's relaxing. See, there's a mixture of us over here. I don't know how they're sitting in the sun. See the fisherman right there? He's just doing it for the fun of it. You caught any more? You caught any more? Just one? I'm gonna make you guys see. Where is he? You throw him back in? Where's the fish? You throw the fish back in, so there is no fish. See over there you have Dunkin' Donuts, Baskin Robbins, you have the bait shop. That's the Seafood Kings. I don't know if it's open. You have the bait shop right there. Yep. So you have these people out here coming to. I don't know how they relaxing right there because it's hot. It's so hot. I don't know if they came in that bus over there. See that big bus? Yeah. So he's fishing. You throw him back in? You didn't catch any? Oh, okay. He didn't catch any, guys. So this is further up. Further up. There are the big boats. See? Some of these boats you could go on them and to go fishing. They have fishing trips on the weekends, and you could go and go fishing. Guys, these ants, everywhere, these black ants. Black ants is everywhere over here. See my face? I look like I'm sweating. See how everybody's sitting down, relax. This is like a what would you say? This is like a lazy day. But some of these people is at work. They just took their lunch and they come over here and they relax. And after a while, they have to go back to work. I see the guys back out there on the water. See they skiing again. And then there's the next boat. You're gonna see the boat. See they skiing. Can you let me show it to you. See them skiing over there. And then see a boat, a fishing boat right there. See? And guys, if you look all the way up there, like as far as you could see, you see the bridge? That's the bridge that I travel on most morning. One is right there, and then the next one is all the way over there. See? So one is for Brooklyn and one is for Queens. Yep. I don't know if you guys can see them. Let me bring it in as far as I can. And then you look all the way over. Look above the, see the blue bridge? And then over there, next bridge. We have so much bridge. Bridge. And over there, you still have a bridge to go across the island. But that's just a regular small bridge because of the water. But guys, it's hot. It's very hot. It's hot out here. See, you can see a plane. I think I gotta go get something to drink. I don't know if you can see the plane. Guys, you ever wonder like where these planes going? Their destinations? Sometimes some don't make it, but as a little girl I used to sit and wonder like where the planes are going. And I used to wish, and I used to tell myself I was gonna go into a plane. But when it was time for me to go on the plane, I wasn't ready. I was forced. Because that's how I would put it. I was forced to be here. Because if my daughter's dad didn't take her here, I wouldn't be. Maybe I would be here traveling back and forth, but I wouldn't be living here. So I was forced. I was forced to live here. I was forced to move here. And he said to me, if I live here, at least it's not like Jamaica where you will be hungry. Because trust me, Jamaica is hard. So he was like, at least you won't be hungry here. There is always an outlet, there's always something. And guys, you know why he was saying that? Because after we came here, he disappeared. He disappeared for years. For years, he disappeared. When he saw my daughter again, she was 5. And the first thing he said when he saw her, he was like, "Oh, what he say? She's dyslexic, some shit." And no, my daughter is a legal aid, a legal aid, yeah, paralegal, getting ready to go into getting ready to go to law school. And that's what he had to say because he was ashamed. And even at one point, they started saying my daughter, my daughter wasn't his, and the one that they decide that is his. I mean, my daughter is giving her a run for her money, but you cannot get between the two of them. They are tight, and I love that about them. They are tight because the older daughter, she's the one who named my daughter. I made her name her. She named her off of her. So their name is so similar to each other. Yeah, but my daughter now is a paralegal. She's a paralegal. She works for what do you call that? Some type of organization, but they help the less fortunate. So she worked for one of those, and she's doing good. Yesterday I called her while she was online, and she was doing an interview with about 5 lawyers. And guys, let me tell you, I have to turn this around to tell you. Listening to my daughter yesterday speaking to those lawyers, I felt like $1 million, because to see how, to hear her and how she speaks, and to hear how she know her job, and to hear how, and those lawyers is listening to her what she have to say. I was like, damn, did I do that? Is that my daughter? Yes, it is. So she have come a long way. And guys, trust me, it wasn't easy with her. Every day she'll tell you, I could have been something different already, but you said I'm gonna be a lawyer, so that's what I'm doing. Guys, I remember when she was 5, I asked her, what do you wanna be? She said a lawyer. When she was 10, I asked her, what you wanna be? She said a lawyer. I said, a lawyer you wanna be? Okay, a lawyer you gonna be. And ever since that, guys, I picked the high school that she had to go to, law, public, public service, law and public service in Manhattan. The one of the top school. I picked that for her so she could go. I did everything. I was like, this is where you going. When she got there, they tell her, oh, you're not here because you chose us. We chose you. So yes, and guys, almost every week I had to be at that school. But thank God, she's good now. She is good now. She's doing her thing. She have a daughter, and she's doing her thing. And I'm helping to mold my granddaughter. Yeah, I never had the opportunity. The opportunity that my daughter had, I never had the opportunity. So to see that I to see that she's able, because it wasn't me who made her have that opportunity, it was her dad. But to see that she's able to have this opportunity where now she's now a paralegal, heading out to be a lawyer, it gives me great pleasure, great pride to know, you know, because even though her dad bring her here fine and good, but I did all the work. I did all the work. And the thing that I'm most proud of is that my kids did not come and have to struggle the way I did. They didn't have to come and suffer the way I did, because from I have my kids, I've never left my kids. I've never left my kids. It's so funny because I couldn't afford to go on like vacation and trips and stuff. And I get to see my kids grow up and start leaving me to go on trips. Not that I cannot go or do anything right now, but just to see them leaving me when I never left them at all. I never left my kids. I was always there. If if we were gonna suffer, we were gonna suffer together. I never put myself like, okay, I can't be bothered. I never did, because I never wanted my kids to feel like they didn't belong or they weren't wanted. I felt like that growing up. Even now, I feel like that. I never felt wanted. So, my kids, I never give them no time to think that, like, I was always there with them. 24/7, 44/8, the doctors, the schools, everything. I was always there. When we have no money, when Christmas come and our Christmas look bleak, I was there. When Christmas come and our Christmas look good, I was there. When I remember one year when my son was graduating from middle school, PS, and I remember I didn't have a dollar. I remember when my daughter was graduating from middle school, somebody had to give us a ride to go there. And when we left, you know how you would go out and celebrate. And I had to take them to McDonald's and buy something, give them, and watch them eat. And it wasn't even enough for me to eat, but I watched them and they understood. They understood life, and they knew that I was trying. And then we jumped on the train and we came back. I remember when my son was in PS 16 and he was graduating, the only thing I could do is walk him to the school. And after we finished graduating, we walked back to the house. I never felt so bad in my life knowing I couldn't do nothing for them. I remember when there was Christmas when I couldn't do anything for them. You know, I remember times when I didn't have food for them. You know, I remember so much. I remember one time when my daughter was young after I left her sister's mom house, and I remember when I didn't have anything for her. And because I am a person like this, I always, no matter who you are, and the reason why he told me that is because I was manageable. Every time I see them, I would say good morning, good evening, how are you? And I guess he saw the struggles that I was going through with my daughter at the time. And 50 Pampers was a thing like this. You peed in it twice, you had to take it off. But at the time, I didn't have it. And that's how I was living. We had to just do what we had to do. And look at us now. We're here. Thank God, we're here. My kids have passed the worst. I've passed the worst. Oh my God, I've passed the worst. Um, Many times I got sick around my kids and I didn't know if I was going to live or die. And I would worry about who would take care of them. And God always bring me through because not because you guys see me standing here. There's a lot of time I've been to death's door and come back. You know, and I used to worry who will take care of them. But I'm here. I'm now 48 years old. Have a 28-year-old we'll talk again and I'll talk to you guys later. Later on, I'll be going live around 10 o'clock, so I'll talk to you guys. You guys have me crying, thinking about me almost dying a few times. But I'm here. I'm not going anywhere until God says so, because God is the greatest. So we'll talk later, guys. Have a good evening.